Hey everybody. Clearing. Okay, so today I'm going to do a Divine Feminine check-in first. The energy is feeling a little bit tender to me, and I actually twice just about welled up in tears just pre-shuffling. So I'm not sure what's going on, but let's check in with Divine Feminine polarity. What do the Divine Feminines need to know? Okay, a bunch came out. We got, yeah, so how do I begin? There is love coming towards you, Divine Feminines. Definitely love coming towards. I'm going to clarify all of these things. So love coming towards, there's internal progress being made with mindset, thoughts. I'm really getting here that this could be soulmates coming towards you that are not your divine counterpart. And the thoughts on how to look at this. For some it may be divine counterpart, but I'm getting other energies strongly. Then we have the divine connection, or just, you know, the ideal. Two of Cups. This is true love connection, which is what all of my viewers are on track for, or you would not resonate with these readings. Whether that's going to be with the person you believe to be your twin flame or not remains to be seen. But we're all learning what authentic higher love is like. Then we have the Emperor in the reverse with dropping control issues, letting what will be. And then we also have third party energy, or, you know, friendship more than friends, not willing to be just friends there. So let's clarify these things and see what is going on for Divine Feminines. We do have the Two of Cups right in the middle. On either side we have progress within the mindset and dropping control issues. So what can we see for this love coming towards the feminine? Okay, a couple of things from the past. So we do have Hermit mode in the reverse, which means Divine Feminines, you are starting to bring your energy out of scarcity, out of waiting for your divine counterpart. We also have this Knight of Pentacles, which is looking to the past in this reading. This energy is coming from the past and looking to the past for clarification here. So this is telling me two things. Either Divine Feminines, you've learned a lot from this twin journey, from the past, from the things that have happened, and now you're going to be ready for this new person coming in, or to experience this new lesson at this time with somebody new, or this is someone from your past that you're very attached to that's going to be coming back. So it doesn't matter which you are. You're both on track for love, I heard, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be the final union. It doesn't mean that whoever this is coming in, that you're going to be bound to them. Remember, twin flame love is boundless. It is infinite. It is not a conditional thing. So if some soulmates are coming in for many Divine Feminines right now, it's going to be to try what you've learned on this journey. It's going to be to stay in your autonomy and sovereignty without binding into those connections. If divine counterparts are coming in, it's going to be without binding. So it may blow apart again if you try to clamp into it too hard. Or for some, it may be more sustainable if a balance of sovereignty has been reached. So this is a really interesting thing. It does mean there's movement coming in, and it's going to be different for everyone. Progress within the consciousness of the feminines. What is this internal progress? Okay, we get the Truth, about reciprocity and freeing our own minds. So divine feminines, you're going to be getting signs and synchronicities, these lightning bolts on this sword of truth, that are in the alignment of eternal love, that are going to remind you, show you, create opportunities for progress, to see yourself showing up with everything coming towards you in more balance. So for some, this reciprocity and freeing the mind is, my divine counterpart is not showing up, is not in a place of mutuality, and so I'm going to free myself for things that are. Or, what is coming towards me? Is it reciprocal? That's when we know it's appropriate to go forward. So timing is at play here. Divine feminines are learning to not be overly attached or in expectation of things that are not warranted, but they're no longer holding themselves back in scarcity that it has to come through one particular person. If you have a soulmate or another counterpart that comes to you and it is literally all the things that you've been learning on the twin flame journey are love, why would you hold back just because you have thought that a certain person was your counterpart? If they are not showing up and you are given another beautiful human to experience growth and exchange with, why wouldn't you go towards that if it showed up in your reality? Definitely ask for confirmations of this, but true connection at this level is few and far between, and it's rare. So if it does show up, don't just dismiss it, divine feminines. Okay, true love in the middle here. What can we see about the Two of Cups for the divine feminines at this time? Okay, we get the Seven of Swords, which is secrecy, self-interest, strategy. It came out on the neutral with this free-spirited energy. So this is exactly it. You are front row and center in this Two of Cups. You are the one who knows if something is working for you or not, divine feminines. So many times the feminine has been conditioned to take a back seat, to suppress the red flags, and to hope that what is coming towards the feminine is going to be this love. This is saying it's not selfish, it is not manipulative. If you just feel into what your red flags are, you know when your freedom is being squished. Divine feminines, on that soul level. So pay attention to that. Do not recreate history in the negative, but remember your place of empowerment where you don't falsely give your emotional investment into something that is authentically not reciprocating. In Mastery for the Feminine, it is literally up-leveling through the temptation and the binding of being pulled to something that is not justified for whatever reason. So divine feminines, this is a stabilization motion so that you are not getting your wires crossed with what you're meant to be feeling emotional love for. If something is not showing up, if someone is not showing up in that space, we're not meant to cling and crave and obsess and desire something that is not able to reciprocate. This is a balancing act, a neutralizing motion, and it's a testing of our resolve to desire the real thing. This is a superhuman mastery for the feminines who are in this energy of literally being able to be soft and hold space for the real thing, regardless of where the assumptions are that it would be coming from, and to connect with Source in the meantime, to know that you won't settle, you won't bind yourself into anything with or without your divine counterpart that is not warranted on a soul level. This is of utmost importance. I keep hearing while I'm speaking this way that it is resetting the calibration for the planet. All of the divine feminines who are holding love as the standard, it is slowly setting a new norm across the planet. I was seeing a visual of all of the divine feminines holding love and the world stopping turning and then beginning to turn in the other direction. That was a powerful thing. That's how powerful this kind of a love is, that the feminines can intuitively understand. Okay, what can we see for letting go of control issues? Control issues very much cause angst and resistance when we cling on to things that are not appropriate, either not showing up at this time or misguided or out of balance. We create resistance, which is where we go into suffering. So sometimes we can buy into others saying, oh, the love isn't there, and we go into suffering. If the love is there and we know it, even though we can't convince anyone else, we'll go into suffering if we start to believe maybe the love isn't there when someone says that to us. Or if we're trying to make love be there where it's not, we'll go into suffering. This is a journey of mastery because it's for each of us to know which is which. And so on this journey, there might be other people that come in. Just because you've heard about the twin flame journey doesn't mean that that's what's happening. Twin flame love is very, very rare because it's perfect. And so it's okay if we think someone is our twin flame and they're not. Our ego wants to hold on to that name so badly. But if you're not in bliss and union and mission, who knows if it's your true twin? The journey isn't there yet. And it's not even a destination when that happens, because coming into romantic relationship with a counterpart on that level, it opens up this whole new exploration of mastery. And it's a work in progress. It's not the be-all end-all just coming into union or this fabled union. Union is already a consciousness state. And so we can have union with many people at different levels as we progress. Remember, the signs and synchronicities are for you with your connection to Source. Do not attribute signs and synchronicities to a specific human. When you become conscious, you will start to see those with many humans because that will be your new norm. And so your eyes will be open to many things. If you drop out of control and witness what is actually there, you will be far ahead of the game. What can we see for dropping control issues? Okay, gone but not gone, and new beginning. So there are a lot of energies changing up right now where things are being released, whether they are people, places, or paradigms. And there is this poise for a new beginning. So right now, everybody, divine feminines, we're being asked to not need to know what is what, and just leave the door open for what is meant for you and get upon your way, doing the best you can every single day. This is a walk of faith, and it's never felt so ambiguous in the energy to me. All the things that have been thought to be sure of have been taken and stripped away on this journey. Every time we think we know that something is a certain way, it is shown to us that it is not that way. This is bringing us out of the assumptions. This is bringing us out of thinking we've got it all figured out, so that we can just put that burden down and trust our heart's understanding in any given moment. I commented to somebody the other day that it is better to not call someone our twin flame or not than to measure whether something is beneficial at this time on the soul level or not. That is a much better way of looking at the journey. Is what I'm experiencing beneficial for me or not at this time? Never mind if this person is my twin flame or not. And I'm not saying I don't believe in twin flames, but they are very, very rare. And romantic relationship with a twin flame in harmonious romantic union is incredibly rare. Many people across the planet have met their twin flame. Most are not in the kind of romantic relationship that we hear is possible. So it is a journey, but it's moving whole paradigms around the planet, family lines, family dynamics. It's healing on such a deep level. It is such a work in progress that it is far better to just let go of all the control and live each day as though you don't know what a twin flame is, but you're just measuring your heart on what is beneficial or not, and either taking accountability for the healing if there's pain, or for changing the mindset if you need to open your energy and not be in stagnating and waiting energy. We are meant to take each thing that comes in stride and measure it on whether it is beneficial or not for us in that moment. And so yes, the Emperor is in the reverse to let go of these control issues so we can cross into the new year fresh. What can we see for the Three of Cups in the reverse? We are getting Tower and okay. This is the card of blockage that's been coming up a lot. This is neutral. This is where we have one sword of truth that is our heart's truth and one that is another truth. So societal standards, what we fear our twin would say or do, even our twin's opinion. This can represent you and your twin blocking. It can be something that's a sharp contrast. It can be our inner critic versus what our heart is saying, head and heart. So there is a neutralizing of difference of opinions. As a blanket statement, we can say that we are neutralizing that and saying, my heart needs to know the truth. So if your whole reality says the love isn't there, and yet your heart does say it is, trust that, but don't force that into your reality if that's not what your reality is suggesting. Tune into what that love on your heart is telling you. So whatever your stance is, that your heart is at peace when you know that thing. At peace, not a frazzled energy or a obsessive energy. Peace. Whatever that is, trust that. So this is this internal revelation. I'm also getting the counterparts energy here. So if there have been third parties in the mix, this is where everybody, because it's mirrored. If we come into neutrality, if this is truly your twin flame, they're going to be releasing these third party energies and not holding back their lives anymore based on what others would think. So it's a mirrored thing. There's a deep internal change. And this is basically the permission for each of us to honor our own take on our reality in peace, though. That's the operative word, peace. It's not a frazzled, manic, sociopathic denial of all other truths. This is actual peace that settles on the heart, because there are some that are very misguided and believe themselves into obsession. On the twin flame journey, you won't be able to come into union with someone in that energy. Okay, what can we see for the connection? Thank you, Divine Creator. Okay, Divine Feminines and Ascension here. So Divine Feminines, it's all about you right now and creating this connection to Source going forward. So if you're watching this video, you are probably a Divine Feminine, even if you're in a male body. And this is really focus on your growth, your journey right now, and everything coming towards you. And measure it against, is it ascended or is it lower vibrational? What can I do in this moment? How deeply can I meet whatever the energy is that's coming towards? Okay, thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for the twin collective? What is the connection space with the counterpart at this time? Divine Feminines on the left, Divine Masculines on the right. What can we see for this journey? Okay, we have bravery going forward, and we have that same card of progress in the connection space. So Divine Masculine's got the indigo, which is the magician, and this is the starseed mission and purpose coming in. So there's something unlocking with the Divine Masculines and their purpose into the world. I'm going to get, so if your divine counterpart is not focused on this connection entirely right now, they might be a little defensive about the connection. They are needing space to come into their higher mission, taking their gifts and talents to the next level. What can we see? Ten of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Both in the reverse. Yeah, so many of them are waking up to the fact that they have been buying into possibly even what their mothers have said they should do with their lives. Advice their mothers have given them. This can be about family, children, work, all of that. I'm saying mothers because we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse, and she always reminds me of cutting the umbilical cord. But in the reverse, we're also looking at a critical or an opinionated feminine energy that has been wielding their power inappropriately. Let's say 2222 I just saw. So 2022 actually was the year of removing this mother binding. The Freudian mother binding is what I was calling it through the channelings. So this indigo is really the Divine Masculine stepping away from those paradigms, bucking tradition, and beginning to channel their uniqueness, their unique soul purpose and mission into the world on a new level that does not glorify the opinion of the mother or karmic feminine energies that are trying to enslave and harness the masculine's talents or resources or provisions. So there have been karmic partners that are part of the old paradigms that have captured the masculines and enslaved them for service to the feminine, or to those karmic feminine energies as well. And that's a really sticky one because Divine Masculines are so empathic and they want to please so deeply that they do fall prey, just like Divine Feminines fall prey to those who want to steal their energy and use it for their own. So codependent dynamics, or if you've heard of the narcissist and the empath templates, that's a similar thing I'm seeing here. But I do see the Divine Masculines stepping out of feeling like they need to be serving a feminine. In these twin dynamics, each are autonomous. There is not a slavery of one or the other. So feminines watching this, if you are wishing to come into union so that you can be doted on and be given things and have material provision, that could be those codependent slavery things. So rethink those kinds of faulty logic. If that's why you want a relationship, that is not twin flame. That is not, if you envision yourself rolling up to a palace in a limo and having your Divine Masculine hand all of that to you, that is not a twin flame love. That's these codependent templates. So Divine Masculines are stepping up and out of that and realizing that any feminine energies that have been trying to harness their life force that way are secondary, are not needed. I think that's the Three of Cups energy I was picking up on too. They're starting to see that it's free enterprise. They need to step into their path and align with people, but not do it for the betterment of another individual. If that other individual isn't naturally, organically aligned with them, they are seeing that they don't want to align with those energies. It's not about people towing other people up through. It's about contribution, alignment, and the masculines aren't holding themselves back anymore in these unbalanced arrangements. They want to be free from it, to come and go as they please, and to, most importantly, step onto their mission and ignite that galactic, cosmic, next level wildcard stuff that they are here to bring into the world. What can we see for the divine feminines? We've got the Seeker of Crystals here. So this is kindness, but it's also genuine contribution. There's something that each divine feminine has seen in the past that they can bring to the table as well. And this is also the feminines knowing that the divine masculines are beginning to step into their more authentic expression, that they're throwing off things of old and going forward. So there's a little bit of this watch and see kind of energy, but what can we get for the feminines? We are getting Prince of Wands, hot and cold ghosting in the reverse, and the Hanged One, which is the indecision. So divine feminines kind of feel this happening, that divine masculines are truly saying yes to their higher calling, wanting to reinvent themselves, wanting to throw off tradition, be an innovator, go forward bravely. And they know, divine feminines know, that this is the way towards heaven on earth, when everybody is showing up with their best. So yeah, this is also the remedy to the hot and cold ghosting and the indecision. This is the ticket. So divine feminines are saying Godspeed, divine masculines. Find your purpose, tap in, do it, because they are confident that you will meet up in that energy in alignment. Okay, so we have the Seven of Flames, which is bravery and trailblazing, coming up against all these karmic energies, innovation, leadership. This is past the public acclaim. So the Six of Wands is where we have public recognition, but also there's some ego in the Six of Wands because it's a showy demonstration for others. This is where we're buckling down and starting to shift the motivation from proving ourselves to others, maybe to these karmic feminine energies or mother energies or even twin flame, and we're beginning to take off. We're beginning to do it for our own reasons. We're beginning to really see what is authentic to our core understanding of why we're doing something, rather than doing it to have the hollow successes that we try to go for when we're less developed in our own worth, in our own knowing of who we are. So this is where we individuate and we start really bringing this new stuff in. So divine feminines, you are holding your own by seeing this overview of the journey. Divine masculines, you are holding your own by now putting yourself first and not condemning yourself as that being selfish. You are leaving these slavery templates. Beautiful. So what can we get for the divine masculines in Seven of Wands? This can be a bit guarded regarding the connection, because it's like, here, hold my wand, I've got something I need to do over here. It's kind of like that. It's almost a promise energy, and the feminines are picking up on that. Two of Pentacles. So this is where divine masculines are bringing these higher knowings into the physical. Yeah, so one by one, these are the bricks in this new path forward that divine masculines are bringing through. It's also as above, so below in this card. So it is this channeled understanding of what they're meant to be doing in the world. And they're doing it alone. They're going it alone. Even if it's not something familiar to those around, the divine masculines are getting this information from a higher understanding right now. So divine feminines, if you're feeling on the outside, if your divine counterpart has taken space, they have taken space with a lot of people and situations in their lives. It's not just you. It's like they've just needed to go into this motion of purity in their own lives, and they're really honoring who they are first and foremost, and that is not selfish. That's necessary to channel, to bring this in. So what can we see for the divine feminines? Oh, the Eight of Cups for the second time. We got a little bit earlier about putting down the control issues. We got neutrality about, is it here or is it gone? And so this is letting go. This is just letting whatever will be at every stage. It's gone but not gone. So divine feminines, and I'm looking at this blockage card in the reverse again. So that's this one. There are a lot of energies that are about to find their way through the cracks. The things that will be are resilient, and they will find their way. The feminines are not needing to know what that will look like, how it will happen, where it will come from, when it will come from. It's more of a, I want to say sitting pretty regarding the connection, but not waiting, not holding back, continuing with life and learning and benefit into the world. But not just saying, oh, my divine counterpart appears to be gone forever, so I'm going to throw myself into suffering because I've been rejected. That is not this energy. This is finding the resilience to say, I don't need to know how it will turn out or if they're gone forever. Remember, nothing is set in stone. Including if you are feeling rejected by someone, it doesn't mean they're your twin flame. I want to say get a grip on everybody. We do not need to tag someone as our twin flame and then be in angst if they're not coming forward. We should not designate people a twin flame until we realize that we've come into union, and then we see the proof that this is that kind of relationship for sure. Because even when there's signs and synchronicities, even when there's all of this life-changing kind of stuff, that may just be in preparation to match with somebody that you will have harmonious union with, that is your true counterpart. It is far better to not think that you know for sure and to stay open. Okay, so yes, divine feminines are learning to kind of walk that edge of not needing to know how it will happen, and even further, not needing to know if it's the twin or not. Then we have progress. So this is the mindset, going out of the suffering, out of the attachment, out of the expectation. And again, I'm being told to reinforce that means taking yourself out of the binding that says that this is for sure your twin flame, and just going towards progress, going towards benefit, going towards the things that resonate as really good in any given moment for you, for your life, and celebrating anything that aligns with you in that moment. So what can we see for the masculines? It does look like this is going progress from the divine masculine side to the divine feminine side. So there does seem to be a little bit of an acknowledgement that the divine masculines are holding, that these connections literally are progressive and the best that they can survey in their realities. So even if they're not, you know, there showing up, there is a progressive motion towards most of the divine feminines here. What can we see for the divine masculines regarding Six of Orbs for the connection going forward? Oh, there we go. Ten of Swords in the reverse. This is that abandonment trigger, that love doesn't feel good. This is the cross that we bear when we're in angst and confusion, and this is putting it down. So for many, they can't resist this connection because it is true. I heard it's salvation. It is the redemption connection. It is the one that they would go to if they didn't have fear, if they were in alignment. It is the one that makes sense on that level of the heart, that when all their crutches, addictions, codependencies, excuses, insecurities are put down, this literally is the connection that aligns. And so there is a knowing with the divine masculines that you represent these ascended templates, that your example is the one they draw from when they think of a better way. Or it's even deeper than that. It's on the heart space, a knowing. It's like that end game kind of feeling, like they do feel that you are the best they've ever met. What can we see for the divine feminines and this going to progress? Fell on the Hangman, the Sun. So the Sun will come out even more. There are things, divine feminines, that the divine feminines are still meant to know about the timing, about the big picture, the overview here. So not all things have illuminated to the divine feminines that are going to be needed in their own right. I'm going to pull one last card for divine feminines regarding the Sun in the reverse. What is it that the divine feminines are still going to be shown going forward? Solitude, seclusion, grounding, and belonging. So how to be good on your own so that you can be one of these sovereign people in this unified connection. You notice these are not mashed up together and losing their own identity. This is a very particle and wave theory here, where we hold our own, where we come into our wholeness, where we don't crutch on someone else, where we meet in this shared space, but we are unique, crystallized individuals. Solitude, seclusion, grounding, and belonging. This does not say separation, rejection, angst, and longing. Amazing. So yes, that is, rewind that if you need to hear that again, divine feminines. This is still the wholeness that is being anchored. And Altarian Stargate, neutrality, diplomacy, negotiation, and philosophy. This is you truly being able to roll with your life in the ways that, whether this counterpart or any counterpart is there, that you are so, I just heard, on fire for life and living and your path, that you truly do have your heart fully engaged in life. We're getting there, divine feminines. As I'm saying that, I do feel solar plexus and heart. There's a heaviness here. So I want to get a little bit more for the feminines. What can we see for the divine feminines that are in this heaviness energy? How can the solar plexus and heart chakras be supported at this time? What do we need to see? Give with gratitude and grace. So be in service. If you are not generous, find ways to be selfless, to be generous. We teach a lot on this journey, or we're taught a lot on this journey by the energies, to really take care of ourselves and self-love. But this is saying at times we need to also get up and out of ourselves and help others. You know, compassion. I'm thinking of the Buddhist Tonglen, where we move through the density of the energy that we have on behalf of ourselves, the individual, and all others. So there is something to remember, to pull our heads out of the sand, divine feminines, and really be generous, show up to others, take a look around. There are people who are far less aware, safe, less lost, or there are more lost, floundering, not sure how to find any kind of grounding, seclusion, belonging, solitude. You can share that. This is saying, if you want to master, teach. If you're feeling this way, get on with mission. That is what fills the void. When you can assist others in coming up through that burden and lack and lost energy, if you can encourage and support and show up for some, it's like all the divine feminines are going to have individuals cross their path that are not as fortunate energetically, haven't come through these lessons like you have, divine feminines. And it's time to give back. It's time to start giving back more. It's time to appreciate, move the energy like that. What can we see for the divine masculines with this progress, with laying down the burden, putting down the cross, stepping into this new purpose-driven life? Sophistication, ingenuity, originality, and elegance. Divine masculines, you have gone through the ringer just like the divine feminines, and this is where you're seeing yourself dressed in the finest lessons of energetic sorts. So yeah, it's its own reward, divine masculines. You can twirl your cane and tip your top hat and dance down the stairs, because you have arrived in knowing what really matters. Love is where it's at. What can we see for how to assist the masculines in this confidence and knowing? Transformation is beautiful. I'm really getting, divine masculines, that you're not so fickle with sexual energies and feminine advances, because you know your worth now. You're starting to understand that you have choice, that you don't have to be harnessed by anyone who is intense, that comes towards you, that wants a piece of you. You can fly up and above it. It's so interesting how, divine masculines, you've rejected real love in the name of the karmic versions all of your lives, and this new ascended love is starting to show itself. So keep rising, keep letting go of the energies that don't cut it, that aren't there yet. As your eyes are opened more and more, may you celebrate your divine connection more and more. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.